Hamas has released a second group of hostages held in Gaza after a last-minute delay threatened to derail the agreement. The IDF says 13 Israelis and 4 Thai nationals were transferred to the Red Cross late on Saturday and then taken across the Egyptian border. Hamas initially delayed the exchange for several hours, claiming Israel had violated terms of their 4-day ceasefire deal by not permitting as much aid into Gaza as promised. With the hostages freed, Israel will now release 39 Palestinian prisoners. The IDF says the exchange of hostages is a complex event and every returning captive is being interviewed.
Each and every one of the released, we meet with them, collect all the information from them, interrogate them. Each of them is a whole world. Some of them have memory, some not. And therefore, we find from each one exactly what they remember, what they saw, what they learned.
Hamas is expected to release at least 50 Israeli hostages during the ceasefire, while Israel will free 150 Palestinian prisoners. With the fighting paused, another 200 trucks loaded with supplies were able to enter Gaza, along with fuel and cooking gas. James Elder from the UN Children's Agency, UNICEF, says the ceasefire has provided temporary relief, but the situation in Gaza remains dire.
I'm speaking to people here in the south who've come out of Shifa Hospital with serious injuries, and they give a sense of just how desperate the situation is there for people. No water, no food, no shelter. And of course, here in the south, it's about people taking this moment of respite just to see family members or to look for family members.
So it's an ongoing situation, and we're hearing from a source at a Palestinian news agency that now Palestinian prisoners that are being released from Israeli prison have arrived in Jerusalem. These are the scenes on the West Bank, the family, friends, crowds gathering to meet the Palestinian prisoners that are being released from Israeli custody. They are mostly minors, we're told, at this stage. And the numbers, I think there are due to be something like 29 Palestinian prisoners released from Israeli custody. These scenes at the West Bank replicated last night when the prisoners were released, but it looks like that process is now underway, with one initial report saying that Palestinian prisoners have been released from Israeli prison. They have arrived in Jerusalem, and from there they will be transferred to here on the West Bank.